Hey, ever wondered how a high school dropout can turn a few dollars into a multi-million-dollar empire? Well, stick around because today we're diving deep into the world of Iman Gadzhi, the kid who figured out how to make more dough than a pizzeria. And believe me, this isn't your average rags to riches story. It's got a few spicy secrets and cheeky twists that'll keep you glued to the screen. And trust me, the way Iman handled his rise is enough to make any stiff business guru weak at the knees. A teenager who could barely afford a decent pair of sneakers, now rubbing shoulders with billionaires, all before he hit his 20s. Sounds like the plot of a Hollywood movie, right? But what if I told you that this story involves a young lad who had to make some interesting sacrifices? Did you know that Iman Gadzhi once turned down a cushy job offer from a millionaire because he was convinced he could make even more on his own? And you won't believe what he did next. Iman Gadzhi wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth, or any kind of spoon for that matter. Growing up in Russia, things weren't exactly easy. After moving to the UK with his single mother, he quickly realized that if he wanted to change his life, he'd need to do something drastic. Spoiler alert, that something wasn't finishing school. Now, before you start thinking this is just another story about a rebellious teen, let's get one thing straight. I'm not suggesting you drop out of school. But for Iman, the traditional path was more like a dead end. At 17, he dropped out, trading textbooks for tactics, and set out on a mission to create his own future his way. So, how did Iman make his first million? It wasn't by selling lemonade or mowing lawns, that's for sure. After a short stint as a personal trainer because, biceps sell, he stumbled upon something much more lucrative: social media marketing. But wait, let's add a twist. Iman wasn't just flexing muscles. He was flexing his marketing skills. He noticed businesses were clueless about how to handle their online presence. They had the cash, but they didn't know how to make it rain on social media. That's where Iman saw his golden opportunity. In just a few months, he was pitching his services to local businesses, promising them more exposure, more customers, and yes, more money. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. His first few pitches, total flops. But here's the thing, Iman didn't quit. Instead, he refined his approach, learned from his mistakes, and kept pushing forward. Iman's breakthrough came when he realized that, to get big clients, he had to think big. And by big, I mean he had to present himself like the boss he wanted to become. So, he did something bold. He put on his best suit, polished his pitch, and walked into a meeting with the confidence of a seasoned CEO. Believe it or not, Iman closed his first major deal by convincing a company to let him manage their entire marketing budget, worth tens of thousands, when he didn't even have a full-fledged company yet. Now that's what you call betting on yourself. From there, things started to snowball. With every successful campaign, his reputation grew, and so did his client list. He wasn't just a kid playing entrepreneur anymore. He was the real deal. And as his income skyrocketed, he made a bold move. He reinvested nearly every penny back into his business, scaling it faster than anyone expected. But here's where things get really interesting. Now, if you're thinking Iman just sat back and watched the money roll in, you'd be wrong. He was hustling harder than ever, and his ambitions were growing. He realized that social media marketing was just the tip of the iceberg. So he expanded his empire. Iman launched multiple online businesses, from an education platform teaching others his marketing secrets, to a software company that helps agencies scale. But that wasn't all. He also started investing in real estate and cryptocurrencies, diversifying his income streams faster than you can say, portfolio. At this point, it wasn't just about making money, it was about creating a legacy. Iman wanted to prove that you don't need a college degree to achieve financial freedom, and he was determined to share his knowledge with the world. But of course, every success story has its fair share of challenges. Iman faced criticism, skepticism, and even a few scandals along the way. There were rumors about his aggressive marketing tactics, and some even questioned whether he was running a scam. But Iman didn't let the haters slow him down. In fact, he used the controversy to his advantage, doubling down on his efforts and proving his doubters wrong. The biggest challenge, though, balancing work with his personal life. When you're running multiple businesses, It's easy to burn out. Iman had to learn the hard way that money isn't everything. It's how you use it that counts. So, he started prioritizing his mental health, focusing on what truly mattered to him, and even began mentoring others who were just starting out on their entrepreneurial journey. Now, let's talk about the real secrets behind Iman Gadzhi's success. What sets him apart from all the other entrepreneurs out there? Here's a breakdown. Relentless self-education. Iman didn't rely on a traditional education. Instead, he taught himself everything he needed to know about business, marketing, and finance. He invested in courses, read books, and learned from the best in the industry. Who needs a degree when you've got Google and a thirst for knowledge, right? Fearless risk-taking. Whether it was dropping out of school or investing his last few dollars into his business, Iman wasn't afraid to take risks. He understood that the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Smart investments. Iman didn't just rely on his business income. He diversified his investments, putting his money into assets that would grow over time. Real estate, cryptocurrencies, and even his own businesses. All calculated moves that paid off big time. Mastering the art of sales. At the core of Iman's success is his ability to sell. Whether it's selling his services, his products, or even himself, he knows how to close a deal. And that's a skill that's taken him from a struggling teenager to a millionaire entrepreneur. Building a personal brand. Iman didn't just build businesses, he built a brand. He positioned himself as an authority in his field, sharing his journey and insights on social media, YouTube, and beyond. This not only attracted more clients but also created new opportunities for growth. So, what can we learn from Iman Gadzhi's journey? Here are a few key takeaways. Don't be afraid to start small. Iman started with nothing but an idea and a lot of determination. It doesn't matter where you begin. What matters is that you start. Invest in yourself. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking a course, or investing in your business, always bet on yourself. The best investment you can make is in your own growth. Take calculated risks. Success doesn't come from playing it safe. Be willing to take risks, but make sure they're calculated. Do your homework, weigh the pros and cons, and don't be afraid to leap when the time is right. Build relationships. Iman's success didn't happen in isolation. He built a network of clients, mentors, and peers who helped him along the way. Never underestimate the power of a strong network.